Professor Ndubueze and Mrs. Ngozi Eni. You are welcome to the Hallowed Chambers. Professor, can we meet you?
Honorable members, my name is Associate Professor Ndubueze I was born, I'm from Umomi, Nigeria local government area. Born in the year 1985. I completed my primary and secondary school education, as well as my university education in this state of Enugu. I'm a graduate of the University of Nigeria Soka in 2007 graduating class of the valedictorian and postgraduate student. I completed my national youth service before I proceeded to Michigan State University to be trained in African history in the doctoral program. I am currently Associate Professor of History and Associate Professor of Global Gender and Sexuality Studies at the State University of New York, Buffalo. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Go back to you, Mrs. Ngozi.
Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished honorable members, my name is Mrs. Ngozi Eni. I'm from Owo in Kano East Local Government area. I was born in the year 1983. I had my primary and secondary education here in Enugu, and I had my Nigerian certificate in education at Federal Capital Territory College of Education, Zuba, Abuja. I am an entrepreneur. When I finished school, I went into business and I'm into importation. Because of my love of humanity, I founded the group and the leader of the Enugu Zone Women Association, which is a group that empowers women, youth, and children. I am also a co-founder of Women Support Women Community Network. And I have passion and love for humanity. I have passion and love for my fellow women, seeing them grow, seeing them establish themselves, and seeing them being able to face what the future holds. Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Distinguished and Mrs. Ngozi Eni. We've gone through their CVs. If you have questions for them, you can ask.
Professor Ndubueze. Professor, as a professor of history and the researcher of the African University, you know that Enugu State is a historical state. You can trace back the history of Enugu as the capital of this region. What will you do to bring back the historical value of Enugu State as the capital of this region?
Indeed, a historical state. It was under the British colonial rule. After the amalgamation in 1914, we designated administrative center for the Eastern region. It has been central to the history of the Southeast as well. The historical glory that you asked of is an interesting one. It is my belief that working with the executive administration of this government and the House of Representatives together, collaboratively, in partnership, that we can help to bring, to materialize the dividends of democracy for our people. The glory is, our people want food, they want good social services, they want good education, good access to or quality life, good infrastructure.
Thank you so much for the grant hands. Professor, I know you know that the Enugu State is ranked 7th in Nigeria, 7th as the most educationally advantaged state. It is worrisome also that we are doing this spring, and so we are flying like an aeroplane without a compass. If you had had a portfolio attached to your CV, I would have actually given you a question that will fall into it. However, you are in the education sector. What will you do better to make it rank first in Nigeria?
Time when we had experts in education from all over the world teaching in our Nigerian institutions. They would come from the UK, from Germany, from India. Many of the distinguished honorable members here probably had teachers who were foreigners at some point in their education system. And that was because we had built excellent educational institutions that were world-class institutions. And when we have world-class institutions, we attract world-class talent. When we have world-class institutions and amenities, our sons and daughters do not have to go far to find those services, to access the benefits of those institutions. I am confident in the vision of the governor. I am confident in the capacity of the state leadership, including this distinguished honorable house, to create world-class institutions in the state and build the capacity for entrepreneurial education, for scaled education, for quality social amenities and services for all the wards of this state comprehensively. I am confident that that this can be accomplished. And my commitment and pledge is my youthful energy, my passion, my hard work. There is no project that I have committed myself to that I have not succeeded. I have distinguished myself in my field as a leading African intellectual. I have worked across international spaces, working with colleagues, institutions, both within the educational system and outside, to collaborate on projects that impact people. I see this as a privilege and honor to leave a legacy that is tangible in improving the lives of the people of the state. And whatever I can do, now that I'm young and capable, I'm passionate, and have the support and goodwill of the people of Enugu to do it. I will do it. Thank you very much.
My question goes to this. As a professor in line of education, and by God's grace, after passing through this house, Governor may see you, deem it fit to give you commissioner on education. If by God's grace, the opportunity to be commissioner of education, before now, we have many administrations in the past, and we are still having challenges in education, especially in the primary school sector of our state. Having low teachers, having low equipment of teaching, having good number of them in bad condition, and many of them. Can you please, as the international professor, to tell us what small ideas you have to do it better than the past, So that in this administration we have one of we are in school as a primary school. Because you have one teacher now, as I'm talking to you, all of the primary school, don't have even a single teacher. They only have a teacher that is not going to pay. So I want to know the guru that they are different from the past commissioners, which can go in and have a better primary schools in the states. Thank you.
I do not know what commission, what portfolio I will receive after this screening. But in response to your question, whoever becomes a commissioner of education, I would hope would build on what we already have, but provide us with the educational infrastructure and curriculum to not only survive the energy crisis by 2050, but to be at the forefront of alternative energy production within the state. An education that prepares us for the future. An education that, system that would ensure that we have skilled youth in this state, not just paper certificate holding graduates. An education system that is responsive to the technological shift in the world, where we have, rightly as you said, Enugu State is ranked number 7. In the United States, Nigerians in diaspora, who have been identified as the most educated category of migrants in the United States, more educated and more accomplished than American-born people themselves. Many of them, a good percentage of them, are people of Enugu State. We have the manpower, the capacity. We just have to build the infrastructure, extend our hands, and bring back our people. Together we can do great things for this state. I am confident in the manifesto, the vision expressed in the manifesto of the governor. After reading the manifesto, I went back and read the Nigerian Constitution, and it became clear to me that this governor has placed education at the center of his vision for the state, because it reflects the Constitution of our republic. It is the surest path to delivering the dividends of democracy. My mother was a teacher, my father was a teacher, I was raised, we are raised by teachers.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you.
Representing the good people of Enugu East Urban Constituency. Good morning, Mrs. Subaru. I think now we should allow the professor to have a bit. So having gone through your CV, one could say that you're doing well in human management. Okay. I now ask you, assuming you are appointed after the screening to be the Commissioner for Women Affairs, what would be your thoughts in current state of empowerment in Enugu State? That is one. Two, what are your plans in improving women empowerment in Enugu State? The last one should be, how will you ensure that women's empowerment programs are accessible to all the women in Enugu State? So you can take them first.
The portfolio that will be accorded to me, but if it happens to be the gender affairs and social development, I am, because of the passion I have for women, because personally I went into early marriage. So it drives me to encourage my fellow women because I knew what I went through to establish myself. So I will go out of my way and use the resources available to encourage and educate my fellow women, especially those in rural areas. And I will make sure that they are being sensitized that the children, not only the women, the children goes into school, get the basic education, and probably skill acquisition. And I will make sure that every woman participates and benefits from any available resources allocated to the commission. And I will be fair in treating whatever matters that comes to me as a Commissioner for Gender and Social Development. And also, I am going to stand solidly on the Child Act because a lot of things are happening in our societies now. And I am not going to limit myself to the women. I'm going to move over to the children and the youth. And we are going to rehabilitate a lot of youth who are wasting and wallowing in substance and drug abuse. We are good, me, myself personally, I have my kids and they are young. So I would also want to treat the society well so that posterity will not judge me tomorrow. That is what I will do. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, we have heard from the Prof, Professor, and he told us what he's capable of doing. I have great confidence in him. I've interacted with him in the past. I've gone through his CVs and what he has done in Nigeria, coming out of first class in his university days in Nigeria here, and even abroad, he has done so well. I have the confidence that if given the opportunity, if the Honorable House will consider him, confirm his nomination, that he's going to do very well towards making Enugu State greater.
Yeah, move a motion.
So I hereby move a motion that this Honorable House should consider him, confirm his nomination as one of the commissioners. Then
And take a bow of the chambers.
okay.
Honorable.
As you can see, the professor and Mrs. Ngozi Eni has proven that they have the capacity to deliver on the mantra of our tomorrow is here. I want to second the motion that this honorable professor and a fine lady, Mrs. Ngozi Eni, be allowed to bow and go. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Professor Ndubueze and Mrs. Ngozi Eni, you take a bow and leave the hallowed chambers. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Take a bow and leave the chambers. Sergeant at Arms, bring in Prince Lawrence Eze.